Welcome to lecture series on digital electronics under EPG Pathshala. This module is dedicated to understand the importance and applications of field programmable gate array. Let us talk about the basic background about field programmable gate array. Most of the logic designers, they start with various different configurations. We talk about selecting either SSI, MSI, LSI or VLSIs. When we talk about SSI, the number of logic gates, those are restricted to around 10 to 12. But when we move on to LSI, naturally the number of logic gates could go above the MSI. MSI provides us around 100 logic gates. LSI applications requires the number of logic gates built in are around 1000. When we move on to the higher and complex circuit design, naturally the VLSI systems are preferred, wherein we talk about number of logic gates around 10,000 or even higher. In many applications, whenever we design any logic circuit, the first thing that we have to do is design it on a prototype, or maybe we can do the breadboarding, where the initial part is designed on the circuit, test it, study its performance, maybe carry out some kind of a simulation and then manufacture the IC. These are several steps in designing the logic circuit. FPGA helps the user to design the circuit in the laboratory and program it as per the user requirement. If there are any modifications, those are to be made. It is reprogrammable, reusable. That is the major advantage of FPGA. Now, when we talk about FPGA programming, there are three different programming approaches those are normally used. The first one, anti-fuse technology, second one is SRAM and the third one is flash memory or EEPROM. Now, whenever we talk about FPGA, internally FPGA consists of some kind of configurable logic blocks, that is CLBs, then programmable interconnect for making the interconnections which are also programmable like CLBs, and the third logic block is obviously IOBs, that is IO block. All these three function blocks can be reprogrammed through the switch matrix, and this switch matrix can be programmed in the laboratory or in a field. In this module, we will learn about different types of FPGAs available in the market commercially. We will talk about certain features of the FPGAs and then the applications. Let us discuss the learning objectives of the module. In this module, initially the need of FPGA will be studied. Further, an attempt will be made to understand the architecture of FPGA. Next, to know the commercially available FPGAs. Finally, to get familiar with applications of FPGAs. Let us now study what FPGAs are and its need in digital system design. In early 1980s, there was a gap in the digital IC range. At one end, there were programmable logic devices, PLDs, like SPLDs and CPLDs. These were configurable and provide fast design and modifications, but it cannot support a large or very complex functions. At the other end of range of ICs were application specific ICs like ASICs. These can support extremely large and complex functions, but these are expensive and time consuming in designing. In order to fill this gap, Xilinx developed a new class of ICs called field programmable gate arrays, that is FPGAs. Field programmable gate arrays FPGAs are basically digital ICs which contains programmable or configurable logic blocks CLBs along with configurable interconnection between the logic blocks. These FPGAs are based on usually two-dimensional arrays of matrix of CLBs connected via programmable interconnects. Let us now discuss the need of FPGA. At the lowest level of design, most of the logic circuits are normally designed with small scale integrated circuits SSI or medium scale integrated circuits MSI or large scale integrated circuit LSI. This design provides fixed hardware which ultimately defines the fixed usability. Once the hardware is ready, upgradation or modifications are difficult and not guaranteed. Providing large number of interconnections between them is a challenging issue. The system complexity is also high. It is also difficult to make any smaller modifications. The development time was also large and cost of designing is also high. Further, the reliability of such systems was questionable. FPGAs were introduced as an alternative to discrete logic design and custom IC design. It also allows the designer to have an entire system on chip. These ICs provide flexibility of reprogrammability to the user. Today, major systems like microcontrollers, microprocessors or I/O or bus controllers are developed and prototyped using FPGAs. The density of devices on chip was also higher. Custom IC design requires physical layout process, preparing mask, following complete IC manufacturing process. FPGAs do not require any of these processes. A computer aided design CAD tools can help the designer to implement any logic circuit in a short amount of time, thus provide less time to market. Attempts were made to solve these problems led to the development of FPGAs. These ICs were designed to replace large amount of interconnections, reduce the system complexity and design development cost. FPGAs provide an initial prototype design step before manufacturing any custom ICs. Finally, FPGAs provide an alternative for small volume products. Architecture of FPGA. A field programmable gate array is a programmable logic device that supports implementation of relatively large number of logic gates, usually greater than 10,000. FPGA are relatively different from SPLDs and CPLDs because FPGAs do not have AND and OR planes. Instead, it provides configurable logic blocks CLBs for the implementation of desired functions. The configurable logic blocks are arranged in a two-dimensional array. The architecture of FPGA contains three main sections: configurable logic blocks CLBs, I/O blocks for connecting the external pins of the FPGA package and programmable interconnect, interconnection wires and switches. The configurable logic blocks are arranged in two-dimensional array. The interconnection wires are organized as horizontal and vertical routing channels between rows and columns of logic blocks. The routing channels contains wires and programmable switches that allow the logic blocks to be interconnected in many different ways. In this diagram, the red colored boxes are indicating the array of CLBs and green colored boxes are indicating the I/Os. The gray colored boxes adjacent to logic blocks holds the switches that connect the logic blocks input and output terminals to the interconnection wires, and the gray boxes that are diagonally between logic blocks connect one interconnection wire to another. These interconnections can also be programmable. Commercial FPGAs can be used to implement logic circuits of more than 1 million equivalent gates in size. Configurable logic blocks are the main logic source for implementing combinational as well as sequential circuits. A CLB contains number of slices. Slices are fundamental building blocks of an FPGA containing lookup tables, LUTs and register. Each CLB is connected to a switch matrix in order to access the general routing matrix. The FPGA logic block, that is CLB, contains lookup table, LUT, D flip flop and a multiplexer. LUT implements the required combinational logic functions. D flip flop stores the output of LUT. The multiplexer is used for selection of logic, either direct combinational output or stored logic functions. The basic building block of the FPGA is a lookup table based function generator. The number of inputs to the lookup table can vary from 3 to 6. It allows different functions to be performed on your inputs. The outputs of LUT can be passed on directly or through D flip flop. Some FPGAs may contain multiple LUT in a slice. Each logic block can be configured to perform desired function with the help of programming SRAM cells appropriately. Each cell can be configured to store either logic 0 or 1, which acts like a flip flop or a latch. Lookup table with n inputs can be used to implement any combinational function of n inputs. LUT is programmed with the truth table. Let us consider the programming of LUT to implement following Boolean function. Y is equal to A and B complement plus C complement. Let us start with the get implementation of the desired logic function. The Boolean function indicates there is a need of one AND gate, one NOT gate and an OR gate. From the given Boolean equation, its logic implementation, it is possible to generate a truth table. To configure the LUT, it is necessary to program the SRAM to contain the output of the truth table as shown here. The 1-bit SRAM cell output is connected to the 8 to 1 multiplexer. The select inputs of the multiplexer receives A, B and C inputs of the truth table, which represent the address of respective memory location where the output is stored for a given input combination. The storage cell in the LUTs in FPGA are volatile, that is, stored contents are lost whenever the power is off. PROM may be used to store the data permanently. The stored cells are loaded automatically from the PROM when the chip is initialized. In short, a LUT is simply memory element and a multiplexer. LUT are also named as slice, configurable logic blocks CLBs or logic array blocks LAB and mega LAB. Programmable IO block. An IOB is a collection or group of basic elements that implement the input output functions of FPGA device. Logic diagram of a simple IO block is shown here. The IOB is used to bring signals onto the chip and send them back off again. It consists of multiplexer, input and output buffers. The output buffer can be tri-state as well. The external pad receives external input or accepts the data for external world communication. In FPGA, the configurable logic blocks are connected to other CLBs or input output blocks through horizontal and vertical programmable routing channels. A switch box is used to make connections between the tracks in adjacent channel. In this diagram, only one switch box and 4 routing channel CLBs are shown in one grain of FPGA. In reality, FPGAs consist of many CLBs, programmable IOBs, programmable interconnect consisting of switch matrix and routing channels are shown here. interconnect matrix within a CLB and fixed routing channels and programmable switches are collectively known as routing structures. In most commercially available FPGAs, these routing structures consume majority of the chip area. In routing channel, there are long lines that can be used to connect critical CLBs that are physically far from each other. These long lines can also be used as buses within the chip. There are also short lines that are used to interconnect individual CLBs that are located physically close to each other. Transistors are used to turn on or off connections between the lines. These are also programmable switches. The matrices in the FPGA to connect these long and short lines together in a specific and flexible combinations. Tri-state buffers are used to connect many CLBs to long line, creating a bus. Some of the long lines are used as global clock lines. The field programmable name refers to the fact that its logic function programming takes place in the field as compared to the devices whose internal functionality is hardwired by the manufacturer. This indicates FPGAs are programmed or configured in the laboratory, or its function might be modified inside the electronic system deployed in the real world. This is also referred as system programming (ISP). The programming elements are used to implement the programmable connections among the logic blocks. FPGAs are based on arrays of configurable logic blocks and multiple wires to route the signals. The programming technology defines how is the FPGA programmed and where does it stores the configuration bits. There are three types of user programmable switch technologies: transistors controlled by SRAM cells, a flash or square ROM to pass the signal, or direct connection using antifuses. The SRAM stands for static random access memory, indicating no refresh cycle required to hold the data. The SRAM cells are larger, 6 transistors, than antifuse or square PROM. The main advantage of SRAM based device is that they can be reprogrammed infinitely. Their contents can be modified without any hassle. The interconnect elements has high impedance and capacitance. It consumes more chip area than other technologies. Therefore, interconnect or wires are really expensive and slow. Another disadvantage of this technology is that cells are volatile and need to reprogram when power is applied. Usually, the SRAM technology is based on multiplexers and pass transistor switches along with SRAM cells in many FPGAs. Manufacturers like Xilinx and Altera prefers this technology for FPGAs. In the antifuse technology, dielectrics are used. Dielectric prevents the current flow. Applying a voltage melts the dielectric. This indicates that antifuse technology is one time programmable and not really good for reconfigurable systems. The antifuse technology provides one time programmable systems, and the complete FPGA device needs to be replaced if smaller modifications in the design are required. The antifuse based cell provide the highest density interconnect for switching. Designers normally include much higher number of interconnects, so the CLBs can be smaller and more efficient. The antifuse has a property of low resistance and capacitance, thereby providing fastest part of the device. It has negligible programming overhead and fast routing. It is non-volatile, that is holds the data after power off and offers high level of security. Antifuse usually prefers CMOS technology. Manufacturers like Actel ACT 1 and 2, QuickLogic, PASIC prefer antifuse technology. To program a transistor, a voltage differential between the access or floating gates accelerates the electron from the source fast enough to travel across the insulator to the floating gate. Electrons prevent the access to the gate from closing. This provide EPROM, which is non-volatile and can be erased only in UV light. In E-square PROM, the electrons are removed from reversing the voltage differential. The flash or E-square PROM cell in FPGA can be used in two ways: as a control device as in SRAM cell or a direct programmable switch. When these devices are used as switch, they can be efficient interconnect and can be reprogrammed as well. These devices are non-volatile, hence do not require extra PROM for loading the program. Several manufacturers like Altera Max, AMD MAC and Xilinx EPLD prefer E-square PROM technology in FPGAs. FPGAs were introduced in Xilinx in 1985. These devices were developed to bridge the gap between CPLD and ASIC. FPGAs are manufactured by several companies over last couple of decades. Each FPGA launched by different manufacturers has unique feature. The feature offered by each company differ somewhat. There are three main categories of FPGAs, that is SRAM based, antifuse based or flash E-square PROM based. There are several commercially available FPGA families including Altera, Actel, AMD, Lattice, QuickLogic and Xilinx. Let us now compare FPGAs available from various vendors. The simplest way to recognize the type of FPGA is based on its internal architecture. These are symmetrical arrays, row based, hierarchical PLDs or sea of gates. Further, there is a difference in configurable logic devices used internally like PLDs, multiplexer based or based on lookup table. Another point of difference in variety of FPGAs is the programming technology preferred by the manufacturer. Typical ICs launched by different manufacturers are also indicated as the last column of the table. Let us now find out typical FPGA characteristics which may vary based on the manufacturer and programming technology. Some of the parameters are configurable, technology based, power on status, volatile or non-volatile, programming mechanism, reprogrammability, size, number of pins, number of logic cells and flip flops, and finally the logic gate count. Depending on the application in which the FPGAs are to be used, it might be important for the programming element to have some other features like volatile or non-volatile or possibility of reprogramming in circuit or out of the circuit. Xilinx is primarily the supplier of programmable logic devices. It is known for the invention of FPGAs. Major Xilinx FPGA families include Vertex high performance, Kintex mid range, Artix low range, Xinx and Spartan low cost series. Vertex series of FPGAs include integrated FIFO, ECC that is error correcting code logic, DSP digital signal processing blocks, PCI peripheral component interconnect, Ethernet blocks and high speed transceivers. It also include embedded fixed function hardware for commonly used functions such as multipliers, memories, microprocessor cores. The application of sub FPGAs are in wired and wireless communication equipments, medical equipments and defense systems. There are several subfamilies like Vertex, Vertex 2, Vertex 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 available with continuously improving the internal computing and processing capabilities. Kintex series is the mid-range FPGA family provided by Xilinx. It delivers Vertex 6 performance at less than half price and consumes around 50% less power. It is preferred in 10 gigabit per second serial connectivity for optical fiber communication equipments. Artix series consumes 50% less power and 35% less costly as compared to Spartan and Vertex family. It is normally used in battery powered systems like portable ultrasound equipments, digital camera, avionics and communication equipments. Zinc series handles the high end embedded system applications like CCTV, car driver assistance system, industrial automation, etc. Xilinx 7000 series integrates a complete ARM Cortex core processor. Spartan series addresses low cost, low volume, low power applications like set top box, display system routers, hubs or intelligent switches. Altera Corporation is a subsidiary industry owned by Intel. Presently, the FPGA families manufactured by Altera are Stratix, Aria and Cyclone. Stratix series FPGAs have largest bandwidth with up to 1.1 million logic elements, integrated transceivers up to 28 gigabit per second and serial switching capability up to 1.6 terabits per second, up to 1840 GMAC, Galois message authentication code signal processing performance. Aria series offers performance between Stratix and Cyclone series. It provides balance of performance, power and low cost for mid-range applications. Cyclone series are the lowest cost and lowest power FPGAs provided by Altera with integrated transceiver working up to 5 gigabit per second. Actel Corporation, now been acquired by Microsemi, was a manufacturer of low power non-volatile FPGAs. Actel mainly manufactured high reliability antifuse based FPGA, SX, EX, MX series used in military and aerospace applications. Later on, flash based FPGAs were also manufactured to provide mixed signal solutions for low power and portable systems. Lattice Semiconductor provides the world's most integrated mobility focused ICE 40 and MAC 4000 series FPGAs. It provides low cost, low power and compact size product for medical and automotive applications. The QuickLogic also offers anti-fuse based FPGA like Actel. It offers FPGAs in two series, namely PASIC and PASIC2. The overall structure is array based like Xilinx FPGAs. When FPGAs were initially introduced in the market, they were largely used to implement glue logic, state machines and small data processors. As the size and features of FPGA started to increase, they were used in home appliances, consumer products, telecommunication and networking field, control systems and automation, medical equipments. All these systems were involved in processing large amount of data and routing the data at various parts of the network. Later on, FPGAs were used in consumer, automotive and industrial applications. FPGAs are also used to prototype and ASIC designs and to provide physical hardware platforms for verification of new algorithms. In the early 2000, high performances FPGAs with millions of gates were manufactured. This led to the design of embedded systems, microprocessor cores, high speed I/O interfaces, etc. Today, FPGAs can be used to implement just about anything which contains both hardware and software elements. These applications includes avionics, aerospace applications, routers, gateways, radars, digital signal processors, image processors, system on chip, SoCs, etc. Advantages: design cycle is significantly reduced. A user can program an FPGA design in a few minutes or seconds rather than weeks or months required for mass programmed parts. High gate density, that is, it offers large gate counts. Compared with PLDs, they are less dense. No custom mask tooling is required, saving lot of money, low cost. Low risk and highly flexible. Reprogrammability for some FPGAs, can replace currently used SSI and MSI chips, and suitable for prototyping. Disadvantages: speed is comparatively less. The circuit delay depends on performance of the design implementation tools. And last, mapping of logic design into FPGA architecture requires sophisticated design implementation CAD tools than PLDs. Let us now start summarizing the key important points in FPGA. When we compare FPGA with other programmable logic devices, the first advantage that we have is it is a field programmable logic device. Naturally, it makes the job easier for the designer. Designer can reprogram any three basic building blocks of the FPGA. When we talk about FPGA, we have CLBs, configurable logic blocks, programmable interconnect, and I/O blocks, that is IOBs. All these three I/O blocks and programmable interconnect and CLB are reprogrammable, reconfigurable. Now, the reprogramming technology could be based on any one of the approaches which is normally used commercially in FPGA, that is anti-fuse based, second is SRAM based, and the third one is E2PROM or EPROM or flash memory type anti-fuse technology. So, when we talk about different FPGAs manufactured by say Altera, Xilinx, QuickLogic, AMD and several other manufacturers, we have to start comparing the speed and their performance matrix. When we talk about comparison between these different commercially available logic devices, the speed, number of logic gates those are present and several other parameters will decide the selection of FPGA for specific applications. Thank you.